One of the big hurdles I used to face, like way back in the day when I started my journey as a Squarespace designer, was how do we even preview a website? Like, how do we preview it and how do we then set it live? And yeah, it took me longer than I would like to admit to discover how to do this. Like, how to allow a client to actually check out the site even though they weren't on my account. So in this video, what I want to do is show you how to preview and then set live your Squarespace website. So if we go into our template here, you'll see that we have a site built out to a degree anyway. And I can see it, you can see it, but the client doesn't have access. So there's a couple of things that we can do. If we go into settings and then we go into site availability, we can add a password. So I'm going to add a password, which is uber secure, which is just pass. And then if I take this here and I say password equals pass, so it's / question mark, password equals pass, what I can then do is share that URL with the client. And when they go and they add this in to their URL, it takes them onto the site. And so they don't have to go to any login process. They can just preview the site really, really easily. They can interact with it as if it was published, which to all intents and purposes, it is. So great. Now, if you want to not have this visible to anyone, so maybe your password isn't quite as secure as my password, which is pass, then there's a faint possibility that someone would somehow find the link and somehow guess the password. It won't happen, but just in case, there's another way to do it. So the other way that we can do is clicking down here in settings, and then we can go down into permissions and ownership. So we click on here, and then you can invite the client. So we click in and invite the contributor. So I'll say, I'll invite me. So sam@bycrawford.com. And what you can do is just give them viewer access. So where is it? Viewer. Here we go. Viewer and invite. Oh, obviously I can't invite myself, but all you would then need to do is just send that invite on, and all the client sees is the pages. So they will see the pages on the site. They can click around. They can see the site from the back end perspective. So they get a full preview of that site. Now, in terms of actually launching it, all you will need to do is go down to settings, and we're going to go back into site availability. So we click on this and then upgrade to publish. You click upgrade. Usually you're going to want a business plan. Now, one thing to say here is Squarespace are changing the pricing plan. So they're in the midst of rolling out brand new pricing plans. Well, there is a slight increase, but it's mostly around what they call these plans and the features within those plans. So if you're watching this, maybe in a month or so, this will probably look different. Essentially, you will want, if you have any level of code other than CSS, you'll want the business plan. So I'm going to click on this, or you'll want the second along from whatever they call it. It's going to be the second one in. And then you can say pay annual or pay monthly. If you pay annual, you get a nice big tasty discount of roughly 30%. If you or your designer who's building the site is a Squarespace Circle member, you'll also get an extra 20% off. So you're getting the first year for half price essentially. But if you want to pay monthly, you can do that too. You'll go put your billing in, you'll put your billing address in, your card details, review, hit save and continue, and that is it. You'll get the option in here to then make it public, and you'll no longer need the password for your site. So to wrap up, that is how you preview your site. You can either have a password or you can invite people on to preview the site as a viewer. And then in terms of launching, you just have to go into site availability and then put in your billing, pick whatever plan is right for you, and set the site live. Hopefully you found that useful. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and hit subscribe. And if you want me to build your Squarespace website, you can get in touch using the links in the description.